Hi everyone, this is Dan. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate them. I do not know what is going on, guys. My camera would not work yesterday at all. It would turn on and then it would be very dark, and when I would put my hand like this in front of it, it would not show my hand. It was just a still shot of the desk. I came in here after work tonight just to check it because I'm like, oh God, when am I going to be able to get over to Best Buy to get this camera fixed? Because it's probably not going to be till next weekend, and I'm stressing. And I went and I turned the computer on, and now it seems to be working. So praise be to the angels and everyone up above, angels, ancestors, whoever fixed this camera, thank you. As you can tell, I'm not a very tech-savvy person, so this kind of stuff freaks me out. And once my work week starts, that becomes my focus. So I usually do these very early in the morning prior to work starting. I'm doing this now late in the evening after work, but I want to get it done for you guys. So let me get back to my spiel. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there is just some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the channel. And what decks I'm using, how to follow me on Instagram or Facebook at my business page if you want to follow me. If you want to request a private reading, those would be the places where you would need to do so. Please know that you have to initiate that conversation. I won't ever try and attempt to sell you a reading. If anybody ever messaged you and said, hey, let me sell you a reading, it's probably not me. And then easy ways to support the channel, please watch the video in its entirety. Hit that thumbs up button, share the video out, leave me a question or comment, a little cheers emoji or some sort of emoji for the fact that the camera's working. I'm just so pleased with that. I don't even know what day it is. I'm thrown off because I didn't do one yesterday. So this is for Tuesday the 8th. So, and I'm going to say this, it's interesting because the underpinning energy at the beginning of the week on the Sunday reading is temperance. For those of you that are new, I may refer back to the Sunday reading. That's the weekly reading that shows us kind of what's going on underneath the cards that we look at daily, right? Or in the background, right? And so temperance is all about balance and patience. And I definitely needed it. You don't know how many times I turned my camera on and off, did troubleshooting menus, could not figure it out yesterday. And was kind of stressing because the cards have been really good recently. And it's the Lionsgate portal. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to get to Best Buy. Plus, how long will it take them to fix the computer? I don't know. I'm just really pleased. So I may refer back to the Sunday underpinning, but definitely my temperance was just remaining in balance and staying patient. Let's see what the clarifiers have to say. Any of my videos, just so you know, they are created daily, but you can use them anytime you see them. So if you're seeing it on a date that's not the 8th, that's completely okay. Doesn't mean that if it still makes sense to your situation, by all means utilize the reading. I believe readings can find us when we need them rather than when they were originally created for. I think I've said everything, have I? I might have skipped something. Oh, and if this video doesn't fit or doesn't work with your situation, don't worry. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. Nothing's broken. It just may not be your reading at this time. You might be working on something different. All right, so let's look at the card for today. We have our good friend and my favorite, probably my second favorite card of the deck, the first card being the Star, is the Page of Cups. He represents Piscean energy. He is the daydreamer. He is a page, but he's like the magical page, right? He's the guy that talks to the fish in the cup. You know, he's the guy that thinks outside of the box, paints outside of the numbers, thinks creatively. He can be a message of love at times, or a renewal of love. He's definitely all about the emotions, a renewal of emotions we could be experiencing, but in a positive way, in an innocent way, in a way that serves us or teaches us. You know, pages can oftentimes be about learning or teaching. And so with this, I feel a huge amount of optimism, especially with temperance underpinning this. And we have the Emperor coming in the midweek. So this is about kind of maybe gaining our emotional strength together, let's say, to prepare ourselves for whatever the Emperor is for us in the midweek, right? Whatever decisions, plans, actions we're going to take, the Page of Cups dares us to dream those actions into reality. He asks us to believe in the very thing that doesn't seem possible, and then kind of start to craft it through magical thinking, or through, just the ability to daydream, and bring ourselves closer to those ideas, whatever they may be. Whatever, with me, when I see the Page of Cups, it's like whatever makes your heart sing, go after it, play in that energy. Pages can be very playful and joyful. And so, to me, I think that this is an opportunity to think outside of the box, to get outside of our head, get more into our heart, and understand that there's beauty and joy to be found there. And the page wants to do that or explore that. That's my feeling. All right, so let's go to the Moon manifestation card, Moonology manifestation card. All right, new moon in Aries, which is go for it. All right, the page, I'm going to say this with go for it. Okay, let me back up. I just mentioned the Emperor being the midweek card. He is associated with the sign of Aries, and this new moon in Aries connects directly to that Emperor energy that we have underpinning from the Sunday reading, right? This Page of Cups is the card that breaks down the barriers that tell us, oh, we can't do that, we shouldn't do that, that's not possible. Not for the Page of Cups. He will dream his way right around it. He will look for different avenues or opportunities that lead him to where he wants to go, even if they don't make sense to those around him. The Page of Cups doesn't care. He's talking to a fish in a cup, for Christ's sakes. He does not care. He is he's on his own sort of wavelength, and that's kind of why I love him so much, because he marches to the beat of his own drum. And he doesn't care what everybody else thinks, right? This go for it, this new moon in Aries, this is very much fiery, passionate, action-oriented, maybe even a little bit impulsive energy. But when we have impulsive energy with the Page of Cups here, to me, the impulse should be good, right? Based in heartfelt feelings, or what we love, what brings us joy, what makes us giddy. Pursue that, go after it. Let's look at the clarifiers really quick. I'm just so happy the camera's working. You don't know how much I was sweating. Ace of Cups, I'll take it. Why don't I just say go after what we love? The Five of Pentacles, leave behind what we don't, or whatever's lacking in our life. And then the Page of Swords, good, we have two pages out here. There is a little bit of investigation that needs to take place when we see the Page of Swords. There might be a little bit more information that we need. But ultimately, I think that what this says is we are departing something where it felt like we were left out in the cold, or we were lacking for some sense or reason. I'm not exactly sure. That Five of Pentacles would indicate that. But they are moving on. Fives, like I say all the time, is transitory energy. They're moving, in my opinion, towards the Ace of Cups. The Page of Swords probably indicates where we need to learn, or what we need to learn about our thoughts, or what we communicate, and where we communicate lack in our life, and stop doing it, basically. Is that blunt enough for you? Easier said than done. I'm just as much of a lack thinker as anybody else. But these cards to me say, no, there's a new way to think, there's a new way to learn, there's a new way to feel, and we should pursue it and go after it, and let the Ace of Cups, let Spirit renew us emotionally. Let us fall in love again with, whether it's a person, a project, a relationship, a job, whatever it is, it's out there for us. We might have to seek it a little bit with this Page of Swords, or we might have to, like I said, do a little investigation or learn a little bit more information. But as we learn that information, we begin to move forward. And with the Emperor and Temperance underpinning this, both of these are major arcana cards, guys. And we're in Leo season, so Aries energy pairs nicely with Leo season in this 8/8 portal. If there's something that we want, something that we, and what I mean by want is not just want, I mean and desire's too passionate of a word, but aspire to, or that might be good. Aspire is maybe a good word, because I'm tapping into the idea of the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. This is how we feel towards something, right? How something makes us feel. And if it doesn't make us feel good, or if it makes us feel lack, or that we're like stuck out in the cold, or if it's struggle bus, heavy, you know, like the Five of Pentacles can be just that heaviness. It can be a depression somebody may experience, or a sadness, or something that's not working. Well, there's a way out of this, is my feeling. There's something that the Page of Swords wants to give us, a message or a thought or a piece of information that we will find that allows us to set that heaviness, that loss, that setback aside and move forward in this really sort of emotionally empowered space towards what it is we want, right? Or what it is that we want is not, doesn't give, it's like, I mean, what it is we feel, we like our heart's content is what this feels like to me. All right, let's go to the grounding stone. The grounding stone is just a stone that we should ground in while we're working with this energy throughout the day. Okay, it's spirit. Spirit is all over this. Spirit, I think, is wobbly. It's not going to stand up straight or something, if I remember correctly. Spirit kind of wobbles to the side, wobble, wobble, wobble. There you go. It's a little off-kilter spirit, but that's okay. So is the Page of Cups. What, you know, grounding in our own spirit, what excites us. And I love this spirit stone because it's this blue color, which I associate oftentimes with like almost the vibration of joy, this color blue. What brings us joy? What makes us happy? What excites us? What lights up our spirit? That's what we need to be pursuing. That's what we need to be going after. That's what we need to be emanating today, because it's going to open up new avenues, new doors, new opportunities, new information even, that educates us and informs us and allows us to move forward in a really powerful, powerful way. You know, we also have the Queen of Cups at the end of the week of this reading, so I'm not surprised that we're seeing all of this Cups energy. We're heading somewhere that we are definitely more emotionally in tune with, and with Spirit's grounding stone here, more spiritually in tune with also. Remember, honor is the word for the week, so honoring our spirit, honoring how we feel in our heart, in our truest space of who we are, and then like not only acknowledging that, but like honoring that and giving yourself that grace, that joy, that peace, just in the act of pursuing it. Just like, I'm gonna say this, just in the act of like talking to the fish, do we open ourselves up to that door of joy, right? Like, just when we begin to think outside of the box and open up our mind and our heart to what it is we want and honor that, I think Spirit wants to bring it into us, or wants to show us how to get there through this Ace of Cups and the Page of Swords. There might be a piece of information we gain from someone or some situation or something that brings us a little bit more clarity, that allows us to see like, oh, this is where my spirit resides, or my joy lives, or the direction I want to head. I hope that makes sense. This feels really empowered, guys. Again, underpinning this is temperance, because we're only at it's Tuesday's reading, right? Today's Monday. Yeah, I'm off a day because I didn't do a reading, so I feel awkward. We're still at Tuesday, so we could be getting both influences of, and I'll say this too, that's the other things. Temperance is Sagittarian energy, the other fire sign, right? So we have Aries and Sagittarian energy underneath us during Leo season, like pushing us forward. So take that dynamic energy and move forward in balance, in connection to our spirit, in pursuit of what we love, what inspires us and excites us at a deep emotional level, and let go of the things that maybe don't, right? That's my feeling. I think that's the reading for today. Thank God my camera's working. I hope that it continues to work, because I don't know what I would have done. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.